Hello and welcome to the 2022 Goal Setting Workshop, the online version. My name is Dr. Devin Shea from Align Life Chiropractic and Wellness, and today I'm going to put you guys through exactly what we did in order to prepare ourselves, our family, and our community to have the best and healthiest year yet. So I'm super excited to jump into this content. Before we do that, I just want to talk a little bit about why we're doing this, and then I also want to give you a couple of things that we're going to help to support you with over the next 3 months. So first, goal setting, guys, is all about understanding that in order for us to get new and better results, we have to do things different this year. We can't just keep doing the same old things and expect a different response. So goal setting is about putting it out to the universe, to yourself, to your community, that you're looking to do something different this year. And then the key part is you've got to back it up with daily habits that will help to support the end goal. Guys, we're going to show you exactly how to do this. So I'm really excited to be able to have you work into this. Keep in mind, this stuff is not random, right? Things don't come about, success doesn't come about at random. It has to be very deliberate and it has to be consistent. And it's all about discipline at the end of the day, which I understand is very difficult. But guys, we're going to talk about how you get over the discipline hurdle here as we go through this. So first things first, let's talk a little bit about at Aligned Life. The theme for this year is live different. Why? Because as far as I'm concerned, in the modern world, the majority of the things that are socially accepted and encouraged traditionally lead us down the path of injury and disease. Here's a couple of examples if you're having trouble understanding this. These days, we live a very sedentary lifestyle. We are not moving very much because of sitting in front of a Zoom call, or maybe we're at work, or maybe it's the commute to the office. We're spending way too much not moving our bodies. This is incongruent with what our body needs in order to be able to be healthy. The further we move away from our biological norms into more of these societal norm expectations, the further we're going to get down the path of injury and disease, and we're going to suffer more, guys. Food is the same way. I don't even think I need to go into examples of this, but you can go down the path of every single fundamental piece that's responsible for building up your health, and you can see that the modern way that we live is not going to get where we want us to go. So we're going to live different here in 2022, and I can't wait to have you guys understand this theme and really start looking for it in your daily life. So for the first quarter, the thing that we're going to do that's going to help you the most is watching this video. The Goal Setting Workshop is our January event for helping you to live different in this new year. In February, we're going to be doing a 28-day mental health challenge where we're going to be doing at least one thing every single day for our mental health all the way throughout the month to be able to help build in the concept of habits to help support our mental health throughout the month. And then the third piece, which I'm really excited about, in March, we're going to be doing something called a misogi. A misogi is a Japanese rite of passage. So you guys, out really at the start of history all the way through until very recently, there were rites of passage that people would take in order to be able to help them get from childhood into adulthood. And these rites of passages were oftentimes physical challenges that would help people get past their limiting beliefs and help them have a period of time that they go from sort of who they were in a younger form or a less mature form into this adulthood version. And guys, we lack this in our modern world. So at Align Life, we're going to actually help to build in an event like this where it's going to help you to push past your current limiting belief systems into a place where you're really going to be able to take that next step for your health. So really excited about that. Be on the lookout for that. Keep in mind, a misogi is not something you're doing for the external world. It's not about posting something on social media saying, hey, look, I've done this thing. It's an inward journey, guys. And it's all about understanding that there's no one coming to save you and that you are responsible for your own path. So I can't wait to have you guys roll that out in March. So with all of those things being said, let's jump in and we're going to start doing our goal setting now. All right, so the first step in being able to create absolutely fantastic goals for this new year is going to be going through this sheet, which is the prioritized core value sheet, guys. So you'll see this linked and you'll be able to print off these sheets and actually fill them out yourselves. The reason why we start with core values when we're setting goals is many times, and I'm super guilty of this, so maybe you can relate, it's easy to follow the next shiny object that oftentimes sounds like a great thing for you. But in reality, it doesn't necessarily align with what you are looking for in regards to your long-term vision. So it's a misaligned or incongruent path. So to help us avoid going down maybe a wrong road or maybe a less correct road, we want to prioritize our core values to help us understand what's most important in our lives. So I'll give you a few examples of ones that I often hear for people. Family is oftentimes on the list. Spirituality or God might be on the list. Sometimes it'll be fun. People want to enjoy their life as they're going through. You get the idea. So health is oftentimes one of these ones that are on this list. So what I'd like you to do now is stop the tape at the end of this and write out, I think we've got 7 items or 7 lines on our paper. Write out all 7 of your top prioritized core values. And the key is you want them in order. So what's the most important? And the reason why we do this is when you are going through and identifying what you should be doing throughout your busy day, you're going to want to get the first few prioritized items first. And if some of the things that you had previously scheduled in your day don't get a chance to happen, we want those to be items that are much lower priorities in regards to our core values. Okay, so stop the tape, go ahead and fill out this sheet, and then get it started again. We'll jump to the next section. All right, guys, how'd we do? I hope the core value piece went easily. Sometimes in the beginning, it's hard to come up with those things that are most relevant to our lives, but man, clarity is the greatest accelerant toward your success, so this is all a part of the process. So next, we're going to move into the 7 equities in 2022. This is a fantastic sheet that goes through the 7 domains of your life, because it doesn't make any sense to set goals for just one area, like let's say money or your professional life. You know, you don't want to gain the world and lose your soul, right? So we set goals that are all encompassing, so that way we can make sure that everything in your life is going to be improving. So you'll notice on this sheet that there is a coach section. So for each area of your life that you'd like to see improvement, what I'd recommend is identifying either an individual, like a true coach, or maybe a YouTube video or a podcast or a book that you want to read or go to a seminar that's going to help to support you to improve in this area of your life. So that way you're getting help jumping to the next level that you need to get to. Underneath each of these sections, what you're going to do is you're going to write in goals based upon, in this case, the top one that we have is mindset. So what is the mindset you'd like to achieve for 2022? Mine, guys, was just as I'm going to tell you guys some of my things, not because these are the right things by any stretch, but they're just a way of doing this, and hopefully it kind of sparks your ideas, and then you can come up with your own stuff that's probably way better than mine. So for me, for mindset for 2022, one of the thoughts that I wanted to have was that I already had everything that I needed in order to be successful. And so something of that nature would be a great place to start in regards to mindset. Once you've done those 4, you're going to jump to body, which is all about your health. And I hope that your chiropractic care is a part of this process, or improving your posture or the structure of your body. We then have your soul, which is things that you're doing really for purely you, right? Maybe these are your hobbies or something like that. We also have family, so things you'd like to accomplish with the people in your core family, your friends, your business, and then lastly, your money. So guys, I anticipate that this is going to take a while to get through, so stop the tape, go ahead and get through all 7 equities with 4 goals each, and then we'll turn it back on and we'll get after it again. Okay, guys, I'm really proud of you for being able to get through that. I know that was a lot of headspace, and it's emotional when you're trying to go through these things. So if you're feeling a bit drained at this point, I totally understand. I think that's probably normal and healthy to experience that. But now that we've got that stuff, you're starting to really put down brick by brick exactly what you want to see happen. So I'm excited for you. Well done. Let's keep rolling. So now, guys, I've got 8 action steps that I want you to take that are going to help you to take these dreams and put them into reality. So these are really critical, so please do not skip out on these steps. The first one is I would like for you to determine your one thing. So the definition of your one thing is the one goal that if you were to accomplish it would make all the other goals either irrelevant or much easier. So oftentimes this takes a while to be able to determine, or sometimes you're going to get it right away because it's obvious that, man, this is the thing. If I can just do this one thing, this whole year is going to be amazing. So take some time, figure out what that is, and then clearly write that out onto your sheet. The next thing that I would love for you to do is talk about which habits are going to help you achieve your one thing. There's a book, it's called Atomic Habits, which is probably the worst book title of all time. It's a book by James Clear, but the book is fantastic. I would highly recommend it. If you have not read Atomic Habits, please pick this up from Amazon. It is a really, really great read. He talks about how, and I think I had this up on the whiteboard earlier in the week, this quote that he has, which is, "Your outcomes are a lagging indicator of your habits." And the reason why this is such a powerful quote is that it relates to every area of your life. Your health is a lagging indicator of your self-care habits. Your financial life is a lagging indicator of your financial habits. Your relationships are a lagging indicator of how you treat other people, right? So you can expand on that for days because it's such a powerful quote. And it's something that I think when it comes to goal setting, really what you're doing is you're trying to identify someone who you want to become that maybe is at a different level than you are, and you're trying to figure out what is it that they do that helps them to be able to get to that next level. Because guys, it's not enough to dream it, you've got to actually put this stuff in action. And by the way, I know you're not going to always feel like taking these actions. One of the most powerful things that I've heard and that I keep going back to time and time again is mood follows action. Mood follows action. That means if you wake up in the morning, you may not feel like getting things done and moving toward your goals, but if you just start the process of going through that and you're just willing to get going, maybe if you want to exercise, it's just putting on your workout shoes and just starting to move, your mood will improve as you take action toward the objective. So get going on those things. It's going to make a big difference. That's going to help you to be able to achieve your one thing, and that's going to create a snowball effect throughout the entire rest of the year. The third thing that I'm going to have you guys do is create a vision board. Now, I know that this sounds cliche, but I implemented this last year and it made a profound difference. In fact, if I could say that there's one thing that you should be doing from this experience of setting your goals, it is creating this vision board. We did this year for the first time for myself. We did it for my wife, and we put it up for our kids. We take these huge 18 by 24 boards. I can show you what mine looked like from the previous year. So this is my vision board, guys. So the board is an 18 by 24 foam piece, and what it has on there are pictures and then descriptions. Make sure you have the descriptions on there because I did this before and then I forgot what the pictures meant. So don't do that, okay? So write the goal and then have the pictures underneath. You're gonna have the most amazing feeling when you go through and you finish your goal, you put an X through the picture, you put a line through the text, and then you're all ready to go into the next goal. It's gonna be really, really fun to be able to knock those out. What you're doing there is you're empowering your subconscious mind to be able to find solutions to help you to get those results that you're looking for. So create that vision board, guys. Put them up on your bathroom mirror so that you see it every single day. Again, it's not enough though just to have the vision board. The next step, which I think is the master level step, is you have to time block your schedule. So if you have a calendar, like this is a journal. This was given to me by an Align Life member, so thank you so much. You know who you are. I really appreciate this. It's called the No Limits 2022 Planner. Essentially what this does is it has the days of the week on here, and it has an available space to be able to write in certain things that you want to achieve on that day. You're going to time block your day to help achieve your goals. That means you're going to look at your week very deliberately, and for each goal, you're going to write in a certain amount of time that's going to help you to be able to work on getting that goal every single week. That way, months don't go by, and someone asks you, hey, how are you doing on this goal? And you're like, gosh, you know what? I've gotten so busy, I haven't even thought about it. That can't happen, guys. These are the most important things of your life, so you have to prioritize it, and then you have to set boundaries around these things. That way nobody messes with that time. The people who are the most successful are the ones that oftentimes have identified their one thing, and they are relentless in the pursuit of achieving that objective by daily habits. And that's the key piece, is putting it into your calendar. if I could show you on my phone, my Google Calendar has all of these things time blocked in there. And then the hard part, if I could be honest, is just having the discipline to do it. And I recognize that some days you're just not going to be able to do it, or that it's hard. So no shame, no guilt. You're absolutely worth it. It doesn't have to be perfect. The people who are most successful don't go from point A to point B without any hurdles. They don't go linearly, right? They kind of go like this, but they're like trending upward. Those are the people that are willing, if they fall off the horse, to jump back on the horse and keep going. That's what we want from you guys. So time block your schedule. That's going to be major. The next step is I'd love for you to think about joining or creating a mastermind group. This year, 1 year ago, I joined a group. It's my brother, and then my best friend from chiropractic college and his brother. So it's the four of us. Once a quarter, we rent an Airbnb, and we sit for 24 hours and we talk about our best practices. It's a very honest conversation. It's, what am I struggling with? What's being successful? What do I need to get more education on? And it's taking your one brain and getting 3 other people's brain to work on the same project. It is a massive accelerant toward your success. So find some people that you trust. Don't have them be in competition with your organization, and sit down and make it a point to get in there and have those discussions. It's going to be huge for you. Once you've done that, take one of those people from your group, from your mastermind group, and create an accountability buddy that you're going to call once a week to discuss your one thing and how you're doing toward your goal achievement. How are you doing with your habit around being able to achieve that goal? It's a 15-minute conversation. It's time blocked on your Google Calendar, and it's a dedicated space to discuss and make sure that you're doing what you say you're supposed to be doing. That external accountability, guys, is absolutely huge. We're down to last 2, guys. You're almost there. What I want you to remember is, in this step, you have to figure out what is your why. When this becomes hard is when you forget the reason why you're doing this in the first place. So oftentimes this comes back to your core values. Maybe it's, my family is the most important thing in my life, and I want to make sure that they have the best life possible. And here's why I'm going to be doing these action steps to give them the life that I believe that they deserve, or something of that nature. So figure out your why and anchor to it. Have that be a part of your vision board, so that way you look at that and you remind yourself the importance of that. Last thing, guys, stay connected and ask for help when you need it. Align Life Chiropractic and Wellness can be that resource for you if you need it. We'd love to chat with you guys about your goals. Otherwise, have someone in your family or in your friend circle that you can reach out to, or a coach or mentor like we talked about before, to be able to talk you down off the ledge when things get challenging, because it absolutely will. But when you look back at the end of the year, like, guys, when I look back at this 2021 year, and pretty much everything on this list has been marked off, even some major stuff that I was really scared about putting on here from the very beginning, it is so worth it. I think it'd be fantastic at the end of your life to be able to have a stack of these cards, having, looking back on your life and really being in awareness that you are the person who is creating and manifesting your life. So you don't have to wait for anybody else to do it. It's up to you. Take the step. Align Life Chiropractic and Wellness is there for you. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Take these action steps, and we look forward to supporting you and seeing you have a tremendous 2022. We'll see you guys soon.